Hi there, this video is about pizzicato techniques. I have another video about how to switch between holding the bow for pizzicato and holding it for arco, regular playing, and so you can go look at that one. It's a 2-minute tip somewhere. I'm not going to deal with that right now. I'm going to deal with the actual technique of the pizzicato. So first thing is that I encourage you to try to use your middle finger, which is fleshier, and it's in the middle of your hand, so your hand's a little bit better balanced. Most people start out doing pizzicato with their index finger because it's more coordinated. I think genetically we just are good at this. If you get a blister on your first finger and suddenly on concert day you need to do your pizzicato with your second finger, it will be really hard if you haven't trained your second finger how to do pizzicato. If you're used to doing pizzicato with your second finger, you get a blister on it on concert day, you can always switch back to your first. But I think you're going to get a better, fuller sound with your second finger. One idea of doing the pizzicato, and I'm going to do it without the bow to start, is to pull off the cello when you can. We can't always pull off the cello because sometimes you might have something that's a little too fast, but the technique of pulling helps use this part of the arm, which is a bigger muscle, to help the sound. So if you're playing something where you have single notes, what you want to do is make a circle. So I've got this circling idea. I'm using my middle finger, and I'm trying to not do a lot of pulling this way with these little muscles. I'm doing most of the pulling here. My finger's moving kind of like this, but that's mostly, I'm kind of grabbing onto the string and I'm letting it be flexible. I'm letting my finger be flexible as I pull. So I think this is the first place to start, is making circles, maybe playing a scale. I'm trying to make just really ringing sounds. So there's definitely a quickness at the pulling. If I pull too slowly, it doesn't make very much sound. I mean, that's a way that one plays softer pizzicatos. But something to keep in mind is we have this general rule that pizzicato should be 2 dynamics louder than what they're written. So if your pizzicatos are written piano in some piece you're playing, you should be playing mezzo forte pizzicatos. Pizzicato is a softer thing than arco. So that's the basic technique, is that you're going to do this. Then let's say you're playing something that's a little bit faster. You're going to want to brace your thumb. You'll also notice the location I'm playing. You can try different areas. I am not as far down as the rosin, but I'm also not up here. So this is going to be the best resonating area. And sometimes I brace my thumb and I pull against it, but I still let go. So I'm doing kind of that motion. That's kind of twangy. You'll notice that there's less arm involved there. But again, if I have to play something quick, and then at the end, I might do the coming off. So quick things, I'm going to brace my thumb against the edge of the fingerboard, and that's also a good place to start. If it feels really awkward to you to do these pulling off, you can start by trying to make a big sound, just bracing against the fingerboard, but eventually it would be great to have the pulling going on. Then, if you hold your bow, you get your bow grip, and as I said, there's a video that talks about that. And here I've got this option of a couple different fingers sticking off the bow. If you cannot manage to pizzicato with your second finger, you brace with your thumb and you can pizzicato with your first finger. But again, I think it's worth it. Why not practice to do it with your second finger? So then the way I'm holding the bow is I'm wrapping my first finger around. I still brace with my thumb. My other fingers are sort of bunched together. The last thing I'm going to show you is this little trick I have developed, which is that I use more than one finger. So when I'm changing strings, because I'm a middle finger pizzicato person, I do fingers 2 and 3. So if I have to play something where I have a low string, I'm going to play the low string with my third finger, and maybe the other notes with my my second finger. And the reason that I do that is because otherwise, so here it is with me playing that same passage with just my second finger. I have to move much farther to go from the C string up to the, and my accuracy is actually going to be less good, and it just takes me longer to get there. So if you can train yourself to do this, it's like changing strings. You have to practice doing things with your wrist or your arm to change strings. So the way you start this is by just going like third finger, second finger, third, two. And I can also do it while I'm holding my bow, because I hold my bow with my first finger and my fourth finger. So even if I've got a bow there and my thumb is braced, I go 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2. So give some of those techniques a try and see if you can up your pizzicato game. Good luck.